never shared a single word about the upset brewing, the damning letter disowning me and calling my newly emerging career as a writer, my lifelong dream, into question. Tía, lo siento. Not for telling my story my own way, which is my inherent birthright, but for the pain and hurt I unintentionally caused. Since that time of manuscript trauma and recovery, I have continued to navigate generational rupture. It is a consistent and invasive presence. I've come to personally understand Audre Lorde's warning, "Your silence will not protect you." My silence will not, has not protected me. I will not avert my eyes. May these pages be an affirmation of and an invitation for all the many iterations of story and identity, of ancestry and belonging, of place and survivance there are. We are desperate for them all. Water never goes away. It only keeps returning in new form. That is the science, and that is the story. Tiffany Yannick, Monster in the Middle. The stories I haven't been told. In my late 20s, during my Saturn return, when, according to astrology, the transition into adulthood is fully realized, I moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico, a place I'd been regularly visiting for nearly 8 years. I rented a room in the home of an elderly woman, a divorcee from Texas. Her east side condo faced north. Floor-to-ceiling windows showcased Mount Baldy at an intimate distance, relaxed in its pose. I beheld it every day and imagined it beholding me as well. It was a kind of worship, meditation, communion. I found work at an internationally renowned spa where a hierarchy of massage therapists crowded the schedule months in advance, leaving hours available only by subbing shifts. As I waited for bookings, I slow walked. I stood. I stared at the mountain, the hills, the sky, and the vast distances where other mountains and mesas seemed temporarily paused in their own great ongoing transformation. I used this as tangible evidence of beauty, of stability, of possibility. There was no money for such a relocation. I'd borrowed what I could. My credit cards were maxed out after a recent divorce, and I had no savings, so I stayed to the trails, to the generosity, acceptance, and inclusion of Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Mountains, mesas, piñons, ponderosa pines, pine, juniper, cedar, chamisa, cholla, prickly pear, sage. Whispers of water called river, the way that water whispers. Female rain. Coyotes, bears, snakes, wild cats, wild horses. Sky. All of this and more rearranged my reality. It was an external and an internal experience. Because of this, I could soften and strengthen simultaneously, a teaching from the mountain, as if it were an eternal mother. These shared, free, public lands evoked a similar sensation to the one I cultivated in my notebook. I was disoriented and overcome with vulnerability. Everything I did and said seemed awkward to me. I was unfamiliar to myself in this new home. I held to my pen, translated my details into language.